To Iowa City, that's Athletic Director Gary Barta addressing media.
Aware of something that occurred involving Fran, an official, and my first call within minutes of learning about it, I think Fran had just finished his press conference, was to Fran directly. And you know, what I appreciated is from the minute we started talking about it, he took responsibility. And as you could see from his statement, and you'll hear from him directly, he truly is apologetic for what occurred last night. The two-game suspension wasn't finalized, really wasn't started until this morning. I ended up talking with the Big Ten Conference. I talked with my boss, our boss, President Bruce Harreld, and came up with the two-game suspension. The $10,000 fine is, I don't know if they'd call it standard, but it's a typical fine amount for an infraction of their sportsmanship code of conduct. Again, what I appreciate most is Fran understands the severity of what happened. He has full acceptance of the suspension, sincere regret. And I've said it many times. I've said it when we're winning. I've said it when we're losing. I've said it when we've had any kind of issues. And I'll say it again. Fran has 100% my full support as our head coach.
I just want to begin by saying, you know, I'm a very passionate person. I think everybody in this room knows and understands that. I love my family. I love my players. And we live in a very competitive environment. Last night was one of those nights, and my emotions got the better of me, and I apologize for that. I regret that. I'm sorry to Mr. Barta, President Harreld, and I accept full responsibility. And I think that's what's necessary. You know, not to necessarily make excuses, but maybe to try to explain, you know, what it's like to sit in my chair and what it's like to be in that locker room. And a lot of things happen throughout the course of a year, throughout the course of 4 years. And the one thing that I can assure you is my players know and understand how passionate I am about them and their future. And I want nothing but the best for them. And so it's fighting for them, and I will continue to do that. That will never change.
Question for both of you. How many of these does a coach get? How many suspensions should a coach get?
Well, this is the first time that I've suspended Fran. You might be referencing suspension by the Big Ten Conference now about 5 years ago. I'll come at it a slightly different way. Fran and I sit down weekly. Basically, we talk to each other almost daily, but weekly we sit down. And then at the end of the year, like a coach does with their players, like he does with his team, we talk about what's great, where can we get better? I would tell you that everything Fran does, I'm 100% behind. It's no secret over the years, that passion. By the way, one of the reasons I was excited to hire him is exactly because of that passion. And we've talked about, I don't ever want you to lose that. I don't ever want you to change that. And just there are certain things, and I won't go into detail, where I want you to get better, and he wants to get better. So I don't have a number. What I would tell you is I love Fran's coaching. I love his style. I love what he does. If and when he has an issue that I'm uncomfortable with, we talk about it. This one happened to be very public, and we've dealt with it. He's accepted it, and we're moving forward.
Fran, the fact that Connor was indirectly involved and got the technical, does that make this more complicated being a father and a coach in this situation?
No, Pat, it doesn't. How I felt in that situation was protecting one of my players.
Gary, you referenced that you and Fran speak about what happens each week. Had the tweet that I'm sure you've probably seen not come out, is this a situation that you two may have spoken about?
Basically, you're asking me to describe a hypothetical. The tweet Are you talking about a tweet last night?
Yes, the tweet from the Toledo Blade.
So I'm not a Twitter person.
Okay.
The way I found out about it was someone from the Big Ten last night reached out to me and made me aware of the situation. So as soon as I learned that, I waited until Fran's press conference was over, and as I said earlier, I picked up the phone and I called him. And so that's how we started down this process.
I think one of the important things to note as well, the game didn't go like we wanted it to, and it ended up with a tee, my first tee of the year. So my intention was not for this to be the case. I said what I said back in the tunnel directly. No, I didn't want it to be public. I didn't say it out on the floor in front of thousands of people. I said it directly to him. Somebody ended up hearing it. Okay. That's unfortunate, but that's the reality of the situation. But my intention was for this to be sort of a private conversation, and unfortunately it didn't become that.
If I can follow up on that for a second then.
Yeah.
If that situation happens in private, is that still something you and Gary would have spoken about, do you think?
Probably. But I don't know that I can unequivocally answer that, but I would say probably. Yeah.
You regret saying it at all, Fran?
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah.
Coach, there's a line with every ref when you're fighting for your guys, and I think everybody wants you to do that.
Yep.
It's crossing the line, and you know that there's probably coda for all kinds of basketball coaches and referees. Do you have a good idea where that line? I know you do. You said that where you thought it would have been private. Is that a constant struggle for you, finding that line with officials? And I'm sure it is for all coaches.
Yeah, it probably is. I think our league does a terrific job with trying to do the best they can, educating officials and helping them grow. And they watch film, and there's communication between my office, the Big Ten office. I think there's communication during the game with the officials. So, yeah, I think sometimes some things happen in a game and you look and say, that's a little peculiar to me right now. I'm not comfortable with that, and I speak on it. It doesn't happen very often, but it happened last night.
Fran, is there any concern that something like this could linger with relationships with officials? Just they talk like everybody else talks, and this could linger in?
I think we're dealing with professionals. I don't think so. I really don't, Scott. I think if you look at every coach, there's been issues with officials at some point during the season. So this is not an isolated incident with one coach. We all express our opinions. Sometimes it's on the spot, sometimes it's before, sometimes it's later. It's just the way it is.
Are there fears about how this will impact your team, this being, in terms of being a distraction?
We have a incredibly mature team, a veteran team. This is a brutal league. We've had some great wins. We've had some tough losses. Obviously, we've won more than we've lost. I trust my guys to stay together. I think Nicholas Baer is a guy that, in particular, obviously you look at Cook and Bohannon, but I think Nicholas Baer being a fifth-year senior, those three guys together, I'll be able to handle this.
You also have two assistants that have been head coaches. Does that kind of make things?
I actually have four, but and there's not much that those guys haven't seen. I think you make a good point, Pat. And it's why they're all my staff, and they'll handle this situation, and I can be around. It's not like I'm banned for the next. It's not coaching any games. It could be a practice and film sessions and stuff like that. So I'll be involved.
Sorry, Fran. What does it mean to kind of miss out on Senior Day on Saturday?
I'll be there for Senior Day. Yeah, I'll be there to present Nicholas with his jersey and hug his family, hug him. I love him. Been a big part of my career. Been coached too many like him. Really, truly one of the most special people and one of the most special families I've been associated with. So I'm looking forward to that.
And that was something, if I could just add to that, as we were talking through that, that was something that I was very comfortable working through, is just having Fran out there on senior day and then stepping away for the game.
Who will coach the team in the game?
Andrew has the Rutgers scout, so he'll technically be the head coach for that game and have obviously two very experienced people sitting next to him, along with the other members of my staff. And then Kirk has the Wisconsin scout, so he'll be the lead guy on that one. You know, had Sherm had the scout, it would have been him. You had a question, Mike? Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, as a coach, I mean, it's no secret, you expect discipline from your players. Demand it. How do you explain this to them? I mean, when it's an undisciplined moment, or at least most people would look at it that way, and that has put you in this spot?
It's human nature when you're in a competitive environment. You know, my players aren't always exactly disciplined like we want them. Nobody in this room is. So I regret my actions, but I will never regret fighting for them, and they know that.
Fran, you used the word cheater. Is that the way you felt, or was that a poor word choice?
Maybe a little bit of both, Chad. Shouldn't have said it, but I wasn't feeling really good at that moment about what took place at all. So, you know, I think the official in question has been a guy of integrity in the past. So for that reason, I shouldn't have said it. I think you got to give the guy, you know, I've had him a number of times. For whatever reason in this game, it didn't work. But in the past, he's been good.
Fran, what, if you say you think it was maybe a little bit of both, why do you think the official may have been cheating?
I don't know that. I can't even speculate to that.
This is for both of you. I mean, you're talking about one of the great turnarounds in college basketball this season, yet here we are talking about this incident, and then, of course, the 1.5 hour ago. I mean, is there a fear, Gary or Fran, that this is overshadowing what has been a very successful season thus far in Iowa basketball team?
I would say this, you know, I think, you know, and I wasn't here for Dolph's press conference. You know, I know him well enough. I think that's the last thing in the world he wanted, and he's voiced that to me as the last thing in the world I want. But sometimes throughout the course of the season, things happen, and you deal with them. It's pretty simple.
I'll interject. You know, clearly nobody wants an interruption, but at the same time, I'm glad you brought it up, Scott, because the season that Fran and his team are having is terrific. The season that Lisa and her team is having is wonderful. Wrestling, you know, there are so many good things happening that the goal today is to work through this and then get the focus back on the student athletes and the success that they're having.
Fran, have you taken steps to control your anger, or do you think you need to?
I think I'm a pretty composed guy. I mean, if you're around me a lot, if you're at practice, you're at games, you know, occasionally I'll get upset, but it's one rare occasion where that happens.
Follow up, Gary, on that. I mean, we just talked for a half hour about unconscious bias training. Do you feel like there's any need to have any anger management, anything like that you would recommend?
I'm going to answer it by saying, I said earlier, you know, we're going to constantly, Bruce Harold's going to constantly tell me what I need to look at and get better at every year. I'm going to keep doing the same in conversations with Fran, and we're not going to talk about those publicly. Right. But at the end of the day, I know Fran does a great job. I trust the work he's doing, and anything we talk about where we want to improve will just remain between he and I.
Gary, it's been a heck of a week for Iowa athletics. Are you afraid of what the portrayal or the image of Iowa athletics is right now?
Maybe the right now. You know, if you snapshot a moment in time, there's ups and downs. I've only been here 13 years, but during 13 years, We've had ups and we've had downs. The reputation and the foundation upon which Iowa athletics is built is strong. And so this week has been challenging. It's been challenging for the athletic director. It's been challenging going through this with Fran, Gary Dolphin. That's been a challenge. But the long answer to your question, I'm confident that the foundation is strong and that we'll get back on track. And we have a great reputation, and we'll focus on that going forward.
Gary, who pays the fine?
The fine is by league process. The fine comes directly to the campus. It doesn't go to the individual. Fran and I have talked, and he's going to take responsibility for that ultimately.
One or two more? Anything else?
Fran, your players they will defend you. I don't think that's a secret. Do you think the public, or maybe what the fans or we see during a game is maybe a different Fran than the one that the players see at times?
Do you mind if I take that for a second? I'm really glad you bring that up because it may not have come up otherwise. The Fran McCaffery that some people see in a game, intense and passionate, and that's real. But what I see for 9 years and watch with his players behind the scenes, when a player has an issue at home with a family member or a girlfriend issue or something that they're struggling with, nobody pays more attention to them like a father than Fran. And so I think when he's talking to them and is energized in yelling during the game, they know he loves them. And I think that's something that, to your point, maybe the average fan doesn't get an opportunity to see. So that's my perspective anyway.
Anytime you might see me raise my voice on the bench or during a game, it's never personal, all right? And it's typically collective. Like, we're not doing this. It's never, you are not. It's never directed at one individual. And most of the time, this is about as loud as I talk in practice. And if you're around me a lot, you know that. But the relationship with your players has to be real. And you ask anybody that's ever played for me, they know and understand what that means. And that relationship goes on forever. When we played at Rutgers, I had a bunch of my guys from UNCG were at the game. I had Siena people at the game. I had Lehigh people at the game. It's just the way it is.
Fran, you were never mind.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Appreciate you being here.
Back in our Chicago studio. So again, the news: Fran McCaffery suspended for 2 games by the University of Iowa for his conduct and his language toward an official after the game yesterday against Ohio State. Dave Revson back with Robbie Hummel. Takeaways from what you heard there.